Sorry, y'all. It's a little slow. We gotta get the trip wires and all the simple stuff. But you like the intro? It was cool.
I like that. That's nice.
That was a track from my little brother, that boy G.
That boy G. I like
y'all
that.
Y'all need some beats? Let them know, man. Try to showcase some love to the artist.
Right.
But welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls with unrealistic expectations.
Out the gate.
We had to take turns catching the intro. This time to be petty.
Yes.
Welcome back to Appropriate as Fuck. Woo!
What's going on, y'all? Episode 2, technically, because episode 1 was 3 years ago.
It was.
Wow. That's how it went by fast. I didn't even realize how quick it went by.
Yeah.
So how you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We have a wild topic for y'all today.
We have a wild topic, but it's not wild. It's not really wild. It's actually a great topic that it's a continuation of what we were talking about in episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 years ago, we were talking about this same topic, and now we're just gonna kind of elaborate on it.
Yeah, but other than that, before we guys just jump into it, yeah, how is life? How are you feeling, man?
Life is good, you know. I'm at a space of in a space of being more grateful and expressing more gratitude.
Okay.
So, you know, good. It is good because you just find yourself being grateful for small stuff. Like, dang, I'm glad I can walk this morning.
Yeah. Oh God.
Like
this drink of water.
Right. Amazing. This fresh spring water that I got.
Like a real definition on the little things.
Yeah, but you know, everything's coming together. I can say that the past year has been kind of tumultuous for me, but struggle year. Y'all don't even know, man. Half y'all don't know. None of y'all, except probably like one of my friends and my family. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm happy we're doing this.
Yeah.
Yes, really happy. Yeah.
Same feelings, man. Nothing but good vibes, appreciating the little things.
Yeah.
And causing shit stirring on the internet. Hope y'all ready for this.
Hope y'all are ready.
We ready for y'all.
We are ready. So if you guys did get an opportunity to take a look at...
They heard about it.
Our first episode 3 years ago, you might have seen 2 other guests that aren't here currently.
You gonna shout out to the old crew?
Yeah, I want to shout them out. I'm gonna give a shout out to Carly and Will. You know what I'm saying? Gang.
Carly, Will.
They're not present. You'll probably see them around though.
They got fired. Y'all seen the first episode. They got fired. They might come back. But.
Y'all probably see them around later down the line. But we're really excited about this, guys. And just want to kind of give like some context about Appropriate as Fuck. So, you know, it's a billion podcasts out there. And everybody's giving their take on different stuff, you know, different opinions. Some people ain't talking about nothing. They're just there, taking up space and air. But our goal is to keep you engaged with current events, topics, things that are just like, you know, stuff that we talk about and things that matter to us. It might matter to y'all too. But you are going to get some information. You're going to get some history. You're going to get some actual facts. We're not just on here talking shit.
You might get some tea, some shade. We're trying to cause no fights in real life. We know some of y'all know us and watching. But.
Right. Please, don't come for me outside of this. I'll beat you up. I'm just playing. I don't fight.
Nah. But that's why I think this whole podcast is the goal should be at least, you know, just have good conversations, get perspectives, get ideas out, and you know, see where it goes from there. Maybe it's insightful, maybe it's just bullshit, maybe you just watch this to pass the time, in which case you should go do your laundry, fold some clothes, go to the gym, do something productive, but come back and watch it when you got some free time.
Right. All right. So and in case you guys did not hear it, I am E.
T or Lamb. Young Lamb,
real T, whatever you want to call them. Just call me E. So, our topic for today is titled Dating in 2023. What's changed? Now, this topic is like... This topic is like... I don't know why this is such a hard conversation and why it's so like... It's kind of one of those things that make you like cringe a little bit because it's like I don't really feel like talking about that.
I mean, let's be real. I think everybody knows dating's kind of bad right now. Either you're married and you're happy, or you're on these. Hey, it is what it is. You either hoeing out or you lonely.
Either you a hoe or you lonely.
That's the only dating app, at least.
Okay, if you're on a date.
Yeah, you can still find true love out here. You know, thank God for however long that'll still exist. But right now, it's rough for a lot of folks. Like people, you know, especially in. I mean, you know, people always say, you know, we'll say it as inner city, like being in Atlanta is different. It's like real bad. But other people in like rural, I don't know, Idaho probably say the same thing. Oh, small town dude, nobody gets charm. People in Miami penthouse is probably the same thing. They're all city girls. I think it's bad all
across the board collectively.
I hate to be such a negative Betty Downer, but hey.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about why. So the first thing I want to talk about is, do you think that today's generation still believe in the idea of courtship?
I mean,
Now, for those of you who don't know, because I like to make sure that everyone is on the same page. So the definition of courtship is a period during which a couple develop romantic relationships, especially with the view of marriage. So when you're courting someone, you're getting to know them, you're dating them, you're learning them, with the end game or the end goal being a relationship leading up to marriage.
Okay.
So our generation, today's generation, and the younger ones under us, do you think that they have that mindset when they're, you know, pursuing people or when they're involved with people?
I think they have that mindset as an ideal to be had one day, but I think it's much more imaginary. Let me make sure I'm close to the mic. Yeah, I think they have as an ideal, but you know, courtship, a lot of people will say is simping these days. Like that's what the modern red pill side would say. Like, you know, oh, why you putting all this work in, man? Why you doing all this extra stuff just to take her home so she doesn't have sex with you and she just eating on your meal? I mean, there are girls out here finessing dudes off of free meals now. You know,
there are some. There are people that do that.
So because of that, because I think people suffering from that, and of course the internet's going to propagate it and make it the biggest thing ever.
Take it and run.
Then I think people see courtship as, they're always wary, at least from the guy's perspective. I think they're wary about being finessed, and it's not any longer where you can say, "Hey, where I still hit, you ain't even gonna hit no more." You just finessed out of your time and your intention. And I'm not saying you should go into a relationship just for sex, but I'm saying going into a relationship under false pretenses of boredom, I think leads people to say, I don't want to court for this. I don't want to court just to feel time. I actually want to pursue something. And, you know, it's tough to know if your partner is real about pursuing anything these days.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is like, okay, so like you said, understanding what you want and what you're actually willing to sacrifice to get what you want. Because I think most men have the, and I'm not going to speak for all men, and I'm not a man, so I can't really speak on you guys' behalf, but I would assume that you see a woman, you find her attractive, you automatically, naturally think about her in some form of a sexual way. Not like, oh, I want to have sex with her, but like, you know. 9.9 times out of 10,
sexual attraction is the instigator, I would say. And I would say the same way around, too. The same way she didn't say, leave me alone, is because you might be a little attractive. Yeah. So she'll give you a chance.
So I think if we just change like the dynamic of how we go about the courtship, it'd be a lot easier. Like,
hold on, what's that mean, the dynamic? You just
the dynamic, like, okay, women, let's just cut the bullshit with all these grandos, like take me to Ruth Chris, take me to STK on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Like,
women will never stop that. Women will never be settled going for y'all not gonna go to checkers.
But listen,
y'all ain't happy with the
I don't want checkers because I don't like checkers, but because it's just so greasy.
Yeah, it's nasty. it's like last resort food.
After the line at McDonald's is too long, after you drunk, you go to, and cookout is closed. You go to
3:25 in the morning. Like, in line.
But you know, like the cool little coffee spot we know locally, like that's a dope spot. The coffee is good, the vibe is good. They actually I tried a curry chicken croissant the other day. Chef kiss, delicious. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be like over the top.
So what do you think is the modern standard of courtship? Like,
I don't think it exists.
STK and
I don't think it exists. I think the modern idea of dating is, for a lot of women, because of maybe situations or because of what they're being taught by society,
But to say that
it needs to be a give and take.
To say that courtship doesn't exist, are you saying that guys aren't spending money?
I'm saying that dudes
are spending money.
No, I'm saying that based on the definition, with the end goal of.
So you saying people don't have that
being in a relationship to get married? Yeah.
So that comes down to like the dating to date culture.
Just to date, just to fill space and time, essentially, because I'm lonely, I'm bored, whatever the case may be. Like there's
all natural emotions to want to pursue a partner.
Yeah. But do you have the goal in, like, a lot of people would call it intentional dating. Are you intentional on picking this girl, finding out what I like about her, if she's a good fit, we take it to the next level over time, then we get married, we settle down, and this is who I'm going to build my future with? Is that your timeline? Now, not necessarily exactly like that.
People want that timeline, but it's just it's real complicated to like know if that's going to be the.
Well, it takes time.
And it just takes.
And luck. It's a risk.
And it's luck, right? It's not just something like you just pick a person and say we will make it happen. I mean, in brutal situations, I guess, but it's luck to mesh with that person, right?
Some instances.
To where they don't do that one thing that piss you off, to where it's like, I can't sleep next to this nigga. I can't even look at him like that.
Snore all night. Gotta go another room. I can't sleep with nobody that snore all night.
But I mean, as far as, I don't know, like I always like, it's so much pessimism out there about dating, but I also think there's plenty of good, fine people out there to meet. Like I've still had good dates, still good romantic encounters. I ain't married, like it ain't end up like that. But I've still had good times and good experiences with women.
Right.
So it's good dating to be had out here.
So courtship is still an option. It just depends on.
Courtship is tough now. Like it also not. It depends on if you got what your resources looking like. I'm not a 6-figure nigga, despite probably. That ain't me. So I'm budgeting, if I'm investing in, especially if I'm just learning about somebody, if I'm just figuring them out.
Yeah, for sure.
So, the expense part, and it's a tougher bargain these days.
Yeah.
Like.
So I'm going to segue into the next question that I want to ask. Do people still have a desire to be in committed relationships?
Of course. What do you think about that question? The answer to that question.
So I know for me, I'm a woman. Single. I've never been married. I don't have any children. Never been pregnant. My end goal is to be married and have a child or two, however that plays out. And at my age, almost.
Kevin, would you pull out all of them? Kevin Samuels, what's the dress size?
At my age,
R.I.P.
I would be considered in my mid-30s. So, the desire to be in a committed relationship, because after a while, all this hoopla about being free and liberated, which we're going to talk about later on today, it's just cut the bullshit.
Is that for your 20s? Do you 20 girls need to settle down, or that sound that?
No, you need to figure out what you want in life in your 20s, because before that you're a teenager. You don't know shit.
Yeah.
In your 20s, you still learn a lot. You still don't know shit. I'm in my 30s, just now, kind of getting like.
I think people I just took the. Say they don't know shit. I think this is a consistent.
Yeah, you
never figured the world out.
I just got off the big wheel, and now I'm on the bike with the training wheels. So you know what I'm saying, like, and that's in my mid 30s. By 40, I should have the training wheels off, and I could be good. And then by 50, I'm on that mountain bike, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that it's a desire for me and women my age with those types of goals in mind. If you're one of those women who, and I'm just speaking from a woman's perspective, if you're one of those women that just don't really have the desire to do any of that, you don't really care, it doesn't matter, you like things, you like your space, your peace, your time, you don't like to be bothered, you just want to live life and experience, go travel, you don't mind doing it by yourself, you can do solo trips, you can go into like one of these groups.
Get a dog.
Get a dog, some cats, whatever the case may be, that might be fine for you. But for me and what I want, definitely it's a desire.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, I'm just kind of like, if it happened, it happened. The bachelor life does not look bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna say the single life as a woman doesn't look bad either, but on the flip side, but I know down the line, that's what people had their regrets, like when they're like 50, 60, like
the rising number of men and women more so men ending up in nursing homes alone, dying. Family won't even take care of them because they were just like trash people.
Yeah,
but. And they're like dying lonely and like afraid to die because they don't have anyone. Like I don't have the numbers on that, guys. I'm gonna be giving y'all a lot of statistical data, but I don't have those numbers, so don't quote me. But
install the ChatGPT plugin.
Right, facts. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm coming back to that point about material.
Okay.
You know,
okay. So this point right here is like something that I think has really had an impact on the way we think about things. So are Americans and other westernized citizen groups really opposed to polygamy and polyamory?
Repeat. Go ahead.
Okay. So we live in a Western culture, right? Western, the United States. So we have been conditioned to follow or practice monogamy based on religion and, you know, other outliers.
Yeah. Very traditional. For y'all who don't know, monogamy is the practice of two genders, one relationship, right?
Right.
Spouse.
Two people, one relationship, no one on the outside of that, strictly between those two individuals.
Yeah.
For polygamists, and you know, you guys in the comments can let us know if there's anything that you want to chime in, if there's anything we're misquoting, because I'm not gonna sit here and give y'all a lecture. But for polygamists, is one man with multiple wives, and then polyamory, if I'm not mistaken, is the couple is together, there are outside parties involved with the consent of the couple, as long as there's a communication as to, you know, what's going on. So
it's like a swing relationship, like open.
Yeah, I guess so. Open would be a good term. Yeah. Okay.
And we know y'all out there. Y'all all over Twitter. I think it's weird. I think it's just nasty. Like all y'all in Houston. It's gross. But
so in other cultures, some African cultures and certain religions in Islam, polygamy is what's taught. That's what's expected. That's what, you know, you're conditioned to, I guess, accept in a sense.
So it's like it's normal practice.
Yeah. But then here in the West, we're not going. But the reason I asked this question is because unwillingly, a lot of people subscribe to this. Like you're in a monogamous relationship, or at least that's what your goal is, but your dude got a girlfriend, or you got a side dude,
and you're like okay with it.
You're not necessarily okay with it, but you're going through the motions. You're gradually beginning to accept that this is your fate with that person.
That is honestly a very real reality. I think a lot of women start coming up on. There's this theory floating around the internet now that's going to be the trend. With we'll go get into. I know y'all see the title, so we'll get into the Tyler Perry clip in a minute. But this idea that I lost that thought.
The idea that men have someone on the side.
No.
A girlfriend?
No, that women are going after a very small percentile of men.
Okay, and what is that percentile?
Very relatively high net worth.
Okay.
Physically attractive in their whatever preferences. And, you know, a couple other things, you know.
So all the women want that dude.
Exactly.
He got that bag, he looked good.
Or even if they don't have that dude, they believe they can get that dude, and they're going to wait for that dude. And it's almost it may get to a point where it's almost impossible for them to not to just settle, you know, for lack of better words.
So settling in their eyes, because what they really want is that
is better.
Okay.
What they really want is just better than what they have.
Okay.
And that might lead to this, like, you know, they have this term like alpha harems, and like,
what's that?
It's like when like dudes or girls who are very, very attractive and have like this constant rotation or inventory of like options or romantic interests. So close to like polygamy or polyamory, but not necessarily like all at once, but just like having access to multiple options of women.
Okay.
And this is something I've never done, never been lucky enough, but I've had dudes who have had to spun the plates who I've known. Okay. And they have like 5, 6, 7, 8 girls like who are like really into them, and like you can tell like on the girl side, like when they come by, hey, they really believe in their mind that they're going to have that ultimate, like you said, like commitment, the end of courtship with that person. But so this
there
can only be one winner.
Is this
only be one.
Is this person not communicating? I
mean, I'm sure. Yeah,
that's not what their goal is.
I mean, they probably going through the motions, like you said, just saying shit. Like nice, enjoy ourselves. Blah blah blah. Let's go.
Yeah.
And, it's compelling when you got money. We can just talk to a girl who's saying, "What are we? Let's go to Paris."
Okay. When do I need to be ready?
We can talk about it there. Yeah, I'll get something nice.
Okay. That's tough.
But yeah, people ain't settling no more. And I think I'm on the side of Tyler Perry. I'll go ahead and get my opinion out there because I think that a lot of people, women, a lot of black women specifically, as he wanted to be specific about it, are fumbling themselves out of love in pursuit of capitalism, pursuit of like consumerism, like the 6-figure McMansion suburb house and Escalade and Prime and Netflix and this American caricature of like having it all, and like love is like just going by the wayside. It's not really important in a relationship no more, or it's much less important than the baseline survival aspects of like what we need in this modern age.
Keep that thought. We'll come back to that.
We gotta let me know when we go play.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. So what do you think the type of people we date says about our ability to hold or withhold lasting romantic relationships? So like, for example, if you have a girl, she's like a good girl, right? She's a church girl. Not even a church. I don't want to just say a good girl is a church girl because I hate that. She's a good girl.
Yeah, that's not a correct assumption. Like,
she's and I just said it just came out. I didn't even want to say.
I mean, it kind of go hand in hand, like good
I didn't want to say
girl,
that.
Yeah.
A good girl, nice. She's hardworking. She's respectable. All the things that you would want in a nice woman, I would assume. But she keeps attracting like drug dealers or like thugs, or like she keeps dating like the dude who's only gonna pay the light bill. Like, what does that say about her ability to like actually have a meaningful relationship? Does it say anything about her?
It just says it depends on if she's entertaining those options. That's her preference of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't really control who you attract, who's attracted to you, right?
Yeah.
Like if I go out and like a stripper attracted to me and she got like bronchitis and all this other shit wrong with, I don't know, just naming stuff.
Yeah, bronchitis.
That's nasty. Is that like something in the mouth or something like
that's
that?
Like a
I don't know what bronchitis is.
Bronchitis
I don't think I would like a bitch
an upper respiratory infection. I could not get that out for nothing.
No, like sneezing and
yeah.
Hell no, you out of here. Like bronchitis, bitch. Yeah.
Make sure you take some antibiotics because he don't want you.
But she'll be attracted to me, but it's up to me to like say, oh well, maybe I'm attracted to you too, or to say like you're not my type, and just keep it pushing.
Yeah, I think Erykah Badu once said like.
But with girls, it's different because I'm more. It's rare for girls to pursue guys. So if I want her, I gotta go and initiate. Where y'all getting walked down.
Yeah, like, because do you want a woman?
Want you? He walking you down. Like, hey.
Do you want a woman to pursue you? Do you find that attractive? Because I asked this question to like a relationship like life coach type person. I asked her, I was like, a lot of women who are married or who are in successful relationships are saying now more so that they were the one that actively pursued their husband or their spouse and they have a great relationship. But we're taught traditionally that the man, if he wants you, he will pursue you because he seeks you out for whatever reason, to be his girlfriend, to be his wife, to be his plaything, whatever the case may be. But you're sought after.
Which is true. Like, and any man that wants you will pursue you. But as far as the initiation, like whoever instigates, I think it's like kind of cute sometimes. Like it's like, oh, what's up? Like,
so the initial interaction and initial encounter
for me is flattery. So I'm just like, I like, damn, oh, for real, I'm just out here like, yeah. Even if I know like she ain't it, but
yeah,
like,
oh thanks,
thank you. Like, let's go get some coffee or something. It's on me.
Yeah, I still got it. Okay.
Yeah. What to do? Oh God, what to do?
Okay, yes. So
That little ego
making the
boost.
initial interaction, but not necessarily the pursuit after that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes. I can see that. I can see.
I mean, it doesn't turn me off. Some dudes are like, for whatever reason, like if a girl walk up to me,
she's too masculine.
But it is weird. Anytime a girl do walk me down, I'm immediately thinking Jack girl. Immediately thinking
she's trying to set you up.
See, she is no good intention. She trouble. So it's always skeptical because it just, I don't know, it seems rare. It's just so rare.
Wow. That's a good point. Yeah. Cause it's these women out here. Some of y'all is real ruthless. I'm gonna be honest. Like y'all so cutthroat. Like
I don't think because girls don't air out other girls' stuff. Like I don't think girls talk about how.
Oh yeah, right. No, some of these females really are like, they're not even hurt. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing it because actually, yeah, they getting their lick back. I'm sick. Every nigga that messed with me, did me wrong, I'm finna show y'all. So, I done linked up with the right crew. So now we gon', hey, you know somebody we goddamn, we gonna do this little bank jug or whatever the case may be. You know the bank jug is old. That's old school. Tell them to send you a cash out to this cash out. Tell them your cash out broke. And then boom, you know what I'm saying? You need $5K. Boom, boom, boom. Now he done drained the whole bank account. You done ran off with the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot of plays. There's a lot of. I'm not finna put all. I ain't finna air them out like that.
That's pretty Atlanta specific, but yeah, that's how it is out here.
But yeah, like some females is really cutthroat, and I will say this because I also want you guys to know that I am not biased. Like I really am not an anti-man woman. Just so y'all know that I'm gonna speak directly into the camera, so you know that I'm not a feminist, not anti-man. I'm not.
Sure? You were talking about patriarchy earlier.
I was talking about it by definition. For a point of reference for people who don't understand what it is, and we're gonna talk about that later.
I thought I heard some passion behind that word. Patriarchy.
But no, it's really, there are some good dudes out here. There's some great dudes out here, and just like women get hurt, men get hurt, and they do deal with it a lot worse than women do. So yeah, y'all need to stop y'all shit. Stop fucking it up for the people that really want something meaningful.
Yeah. And if you want something meaningful, go get it, because you can get it.
You can.
What's meaningful for you might only be able to pay the light bill, and that's okay.
We got one more point before we get to that, because he just clearly want to talk about this shit. So, this is a topic that has been floating around a lot in various ways. Interracial dating. Why is it easier for black men to date other races than black women? So, I'm going to start on this topic and say, when you think of, for whatever reason, I don't know, athletes, celebrities, I'm not saying all because I'm not that person, but a good number of them marry someone that's outside of their race.
Yeah. Are you talking about black men specifically?
Yeah, black men.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, black men.
Yeah.
And then like, even in my experience when I've seen like just out at the grocery store, just out and about, I went to a party recently and it was like all interracial couples, and it was like black man, white woman, black man, Hispanic woman, black man, whatever the case may be. And it was like also a white woman, Hispanic man, just like a lot of different races intertwined. And I'd say this now thinking in hindsight, I actually have two of my best friends. They actually dated outside of their race.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
And I never, the household that we was raised in, that was never no option. Like
we get into the black trauma history.
Black. What color is he? Black. Even if he don't look black. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I was taught. So I never even looked at anyone, not in that capacity, like to date or to be with or even have children with me. No, like what? We could be cool. That's it. Nothing. We can't even really be super cool. We could be a little cool.
Yeah.
Like my brother came home with a Hispanic friend. What?
Yeah.
No, this is blasphemy.
It's interesting how like growing up, like what's impressed upon you by like your parents and stuff like can impact your like dating preferences going along. Because for me personally, like as an example, I'm not super into like white girls, especially like blonde, like Southern Belle type. Like, no, thank you.
No, thanks.
Okay. No offense to y'all, but it's
No
just
offense,
not
y'all
for
are
me.
beautiful too.
But I'm wondering how much of that is because like my dad like was on my ass like nah, bring a white woman home,
Right.
Like find you a black woman. They ain't to say like I'm not one of these like oh my black queen. Like I love black women. Like I find tons of black women beautiful, light skin, red bone, dark skin, anything brown. But any race, I don't discriminate except for Southern Belle.
What is it about the Southern Belle?
It's just.
Is it the accent? Is the behaviors and the mannerisms?
It's just the combination. It just seems trouble to me. Like,
I don't think I've ever met.
It's also growing up in the country, just in the South, it's just.
Have you really met a blonde, blue-eyed Southern Belle?
Yeah, I had.
I don't think I've ever experienced that.
Yeah,
I've experienced
they be
a Southern
brunch
Belle
in like Smyrna.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah, they be out there. They be deep. They're on the belt line. They be deep.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't be in those spaces, so I guess that's why I don't encounter that.
But no, I just always figured if we just riding through any street, just like everybody be like, yeah, nah. And I'm like, damn, bro, I know. Like, don't take it out on me.
Yeah,
but
nah. Okay. Yeah, I think actually,
I mean, are you opposed or you have any restrictions on interracial dating?
So, up until this year, this age, I was completely against dating anybody that was not black, because I really had this idea in my mind of, for multiple reasons, and for me, it's deeper than just for the sake of saying, oh, like he's black or this, like when I see a successful family unit, like a household with a mother, a father, the children, that's actually functioning properly and healthily. That's something I desire. I see that with this race, or what's assumed to be, because people, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But I see that with this race, or I see this with this race, and I'm
What do you mean? What do you see like with
the family unit being successful?
Like what do you mean? Like which race is this race?
Oh,
like,
just other races, any other race, white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, Middle Eastern, African, non-black Africans.
You just kind of analyze the average dynamics of like, those relationships.
The household
so,
structure.
Do you have like a theory in your head of like, if I get with an African nigga, my relationship go kind of be like this, and I'm gonna have to deal with this or blah 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 blah.
Well, there's certain cultural differences. So there's certain things.
Like, do you have that though for like all kind of races? Like you just kind of assume like, because I guess if you
if I married a Hispanic, I'm gonna be eating tacos and shit.
I mean that's racist. I didn't want to make this segment racist. I tried very hard to not make it racist.
No, I'm asking you. Is that what you mean? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like,
or if I marry an Italian, his grandma gonna be making,
or like you'll like a kind of adopt their culture, like.
That wasn't racist, by the way, because I have a friend that dated a Mexican guy, and that's what was taking place. So it's not racist. It's just it's a part of their culture.
You so new to the internet. You can tell she ain't been here.
It's still life.
Your first argument is I have a friend. I got a white friend who.
Well, so what I mean is my point is based on.
We all know Mexicans eat tacos.
My point is based on what I have observed. Okay.
You just seen a Mexican eat a taco, right? First-hand experience.
Nah, shut up. Don't listen to him. He trying to play me. He wants somebody in the comments to come for me. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm instigating the hell out these comments, guys. We are probably not going to be monetized, so any donations,
oh my gosh,
any support y'all want to get to the podcast, we are a lean startup, so we appreciate it.
But no, what I'm saying, yes. So you will adopt certain practices based on their culture if you decide to be with them. And then I just think that when I see other family structures, it's a family structure. Like I see that.
Do you think one race in your mind has like the best overall family structure? Like there was like a contest?
Dang, that's tough.
By what you define as a good family structure? Is it tough?
Yeah, it's tough.
Do you think black people would qualify?
No.
They're not. Are they like top 5 maybe? Top 7?
Not top 5. Not. But and this is I hate to be this person.
Is it? You think it's basically? I'm trying to get down. Do you think it's more bad for black folks than average? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I mean. So to go back to my point, this is why I sought after it so much with a black man. Like I wanted it to be a complete unit of all of us being black and making that full.
And honestly, it's a flex these days. Like find a good black man is like that ain't down low or goddamn a felony. But
I don't mean to be blowing in the mic.
Be a good guy.
Yeah, no, stuff can happen. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's the guy. That's the Bay guy. Nah, I'm straight. No thanks. But yeah, so that's for me. That's what it was. So back to my point. Up until now, this year, I never envisioned myself being with anyone else. However, the moment that my mind shifted and said, well, you know what, maybe you should be open to going where you're celebrated and dealing with whoever wants to deal with you. Because at the end of the day, that's really what it is. You can force something on somebody all you want, but if they don't want you, they don't want to be there, then it's just not going to happen. So if I want somebody that's going to be in a good relationship with me, we're going to have a successful relationship and I'm going to be happy, I'm going to take that wherever it's coming from. So now let me think about other races. And when I did that, it was just like, dang. Now, I haven't dated anybody that's not black. I haven't dealt with anyone. Ideally, for me, yeah, I would like to be with a black man.
Yeah.
But
neither have I. No. Not dated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't slept with anyone that's not black either, because yeah, nah.
I'm 1 for 2.
But yeah, so I think it's a little more challenging for me as a woman because I have that mindset. But you know, you have the passport bros, their whole goal, their life mission is to get them another woman of another race, preferably overseas, preferably lower class.
Yeah.
You know.
Passport bros. We got to do a video on that.
They're falling off. They're down bad.
Yeah, they losing their edge, they said, over there overseas. They said like it's getting more common. The foreigners starting to get.
They understand that y'all like, the bottom of the barrel
and
now.
they know like y'all lit. They know y'all desperate.
Yeah.
They starting to
You came over here. Yeah.
If you want the Vietnamese girl, get her now. We just signed the deal. Biden just signed the economic deal. You better get her now, bro.
Oh,
she gonna have an Audi truck in a minute, man. What you got to offer? What you bring to the table?
Oh wow. Then she he could pay the light bill. All right,
we on this.
So we are. So this is for the culture. This is our segment where we talk about things that are impacting our culture that may be popping, drama, gossip, or relevant. So for this episode, we are going to talk about Tyler Perry's clip where he said some things that didn't sit well with a lot of people, specifically women in the black community. All right.
Yep.
So you wanna play the clip first, so then we can get into it.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men. Right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill, as long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then, that is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody to, they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
Is that what you want out of your relationship? That I got
Q's
you,
virtual big as fuck eye rolls. Hope y'all can see this through my glasses.
Man, my man ain't say nothing wrong. Now, you know you done fucked up. Now. He already knew go get the backlash. You know Oprah done called him.
Okay.
You know Oprah done called his ass.
Listen. unlock my phone. Got some talking points so I don't get off track. But no, seriously,
hold on, y'all. We gonna run that back for y'all one more time. We gonna play the main part one more time. 'Cause we just gotta let every point sink in. I want to make sure I'm giving them his fair shake.
All right, let's replay it. Let's replay it.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill, as long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then, that is fine.
Yeah.
All right, I stand corrected. We was arguing over this earlier. I didn't know if he really said a man that can only pay the light bill. You gotta do more than the light bill, bro.
So listen. So
why you think he did this to come at black women? What do you think was his motive?
Honestly,
Tyler Perry, I don't think he doesn't have like a bad rep in the culture, right? Like he ain't like. Oh, like Uncle Tom ass, like always talking shit about.
Kinda.
Nah, you just saying that now.
No, not like in that capacity, but like him dressing up like a woman. Like there's some people who just kind of not feeling that. But I think that Tyler Perry, first of all, he's in a totally different tax bracket. You know what I mean? So.
Do you think he's out of touch or like out of?
He's definitely out of touch because you got friends like Oprah. And whoever else you hang with that's a billionaire or multimillionaire, whatever the case may be, yeah, it's going to be very challenging for that woman to find a man that is also a billionaire that loves her and treats her the way that she wants to be treated. Okay, but it don't mean she got to go date somebody that make $10 an hour. They can only pay the light bill. Let's be realistic here, like. And I think the part of me that's really, annoyed by this is that you're telling us this to reinforce this idea when we have been doing this shit for years. And by we, I mean black women.
You just hurt every assistant manager at Family Dollar feelings. Every nigga out there trying to grind up right now.
No, because guess what? He's on a path to get to where he's trying to go. And maybe one day he can reach that point where he's in the space where he can date somebody that's a billionaire. But right now, she probably don't even see you, bruh. And if she do see you, I don't know how, because she ain't going to Family Dollar. Okay,
why do you think money is so like entangled with?
Because it's important. It's important. Because let's be real. Because this is based on personal experience and observation. I've watched growing up people who prioritize love. Okay, I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. The love was so heavy. The love was so deep. The love did not provide him with any drive or ambition. It didn't make him get up off his ass and want to be more, be a better person. The love said, she loves me for who I am, where I am, which makes it okay. So I don't have to be anything else because this person who said that they love me, who I also love, loves me enough to love me in this space. So why would I need to do more? We're good where we at. People will unconsciously adapt to their surroundings even if it is not to their benefit.
I mean, that's a perspective.
That's true based on the human brain.
But what about this counter? Because I think in Tyler Perry's case, he's saying, like, assuming the girl's the breadwinner, then let's say he is just, he's loved for just being him. And, he's got that lady who just is C-suite executive. What if him loving her gives her the motivation and drive and inspiration to go and become a multi-level executive at a firm and gives her the drive to want to, and confidence and comfort to be sure that she can keep investing in him, you know, having more children, building a family legacy, and continuing to make money on her end because he loves her so much. And
maybe because she loves him so much.
Yeah, but he just broke. He ain't
or maybe, the more I think about it, there are a lot of women who, I think Tabitha Brown did this where she like retired her husband, just told him to quit his job, because he had been like on, I think he was on the police force or something.
The standards, I mean, the rates of women being breadwinners, not only through just work. I mean, hooray feminism. I mean, no, it's good that we're going to get to work. But like beyond that, like alimony and inheritance, like there's new female millionaires being born into the world daily. And I don't think that should be a signal against men being less lovable just because women are richer. That's fucked up. Damn. That's fucked up.
Listen.
It's rough out here, guys. I'm telling you, man. Black pill. Black pill.
Look, I'm not saying that a man is less lovable because he makes less money. What I'm saying is, at a point, when she done took her ass to work all them hours, right? She done dealt with all the shit at work. She comes home. And I don't know what the household dynamic is like.
So it's normal.
It's normal, like.
They got a staircase and a dog.
He chilling.
Yeah.
He went to work too. But he just, he didn't have to work as hard. And let me say this. And I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. I sound like Tyler Perry. In some instances, based on the patriarchal expectations, it's a little more challenging for men than it is women.
What are patriarchal expectations? The expectations of women?
No, let me define patriarchy for you because I know this was going to be necessary.
I'm telling you.
All right.
I'm about being a feminist.
So patriarchy is a system or society or government in which the father or eldest male is head of the family. And basically, he is the one that will take on the responsibility of holding down the household. Mm-hmm. So, based on that idea,
like the cultural idea of like the male patriarch,
the male being the one that holds down the household, it could be more challenging because you have to think about all of these things. If you are an emotionally intelligent male,
yeah, think about what things.
Taking care of your household. So you got to make sure financially y'all are good. You got to make sure that you're able to protect your family.
You're saying if you're being a patriarch,
if you're following
that norm, then it's your responsibility to. So what?
What I was saying is, it's more challenging in the patriarchal
system. Is making sure that y'all household is good and stuff, like bills is paid and all that. Is that equivalent to him making the money? Or can he just make sure like his wife's spending habits are like in control and they're putting good stuff towards investment? Why can't where's the idea?
Let's
the confusing thing I think, which I want to roast Tyler Perry a little bit because I think he did not give enough credit to the quality of a nigga that does only pay the light bill. I think he just like kind of said it like it was in one of his movies.
He just
like,
breezed past that shit.
Those type of niggas are pretty awful.
Yeah,
like. Romantically and in other ways, like we all know, we all know Pookie Ray, bruh, no,
yeah,
and yeah, they ain't shit. And I think he's,
and I honestly feel like that's the biggest outrage that you would expect for a woman, just for the sake of having somebody to say I love you. Would accept that.
That's what that church life stuff want, though. You know, that Tyler Perry. You know, God bless you, sister. You found your man. Oh, God, go bless you. Good.
I'm not here for it. I don't care what nobody say. They can tell me I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna find real love. I don't care.
So do you think this is gonna trickle down like for the next generation? Like, what do you think about
because and sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
You got to think about it. And this was the point I was trying to make earlier. As a man, you all have egos that are very deeply embedded. And at a point, you're going to feel emasculated if a woman is taking care of everything, unless you ain't shit nigga. If you ain't shit nigga, you don't give a fuck.
You love that shit. You eat all the fruit snacks.
Right. But if you are a man that has some dignity, who has, you know what I'm saying, some drive, some ambition, and you know that you ain't just no bum ass nigga. You know that you capable of doing something.
If you a real player, you can't be comfortable just seeing your girl
do
slide the credit card
everything.
every time y'all out.
She pull the card out. She do this. She did. You look at her.
You in the driver's seat.
You at the drive-through.
In the passenger seat.
You at the drive-through in the driver's seat, and you got. Hey, can I get your card? Like. At some point or another,
or worse, it's gonna be 2 orders, big dog.
At some point or another, you as a man are not gonna be okay with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's, like the real issue is that you're telling us to fuck with niggas that ain't shit. And he
did say like take you out to dinner every now and then, and that's what he said.
He loves you. He honors the household. He doesn't cheat on you. None of that. So maybe he just.
But you don't think that's good enough to satisfy? I agree. I don't think it's good enough to satisfy.
And the problem is because, and the reason I feel that way is because, what's the difference between you and me in terms of going after success? Having people to try to stop you or having blockages or systemic things take place is one thing. But what is the difference between me and you when it comes to getting up, being solution-based, creating a plan of action? When I get hit with adversity, I might be down for a minute, but I find a way to climb back up. What is the difference between me doing that because I've done it and you because for some reason or another you can't do it?
I think that's what he meant by like it may not be his gift.
It ain't no damn gift to get your ass up and make shit happen. It's an act of will.
I feel like some basketball players that said that to a couple women in their life before.
Listen,
and they just eating the food and
guess what?
Shopping.
But even basketball players is a perfect example. To be good at a shot, you're not just gonna. Some people got the gift. They just boom. That shit land every time. Some people got to get up every day and work on that shot just to get that one. But guess what? They don't stop. They keep going. They do what it takes. They go to conditioning.
See, that's the motivational poster shit. It's in you. You just gotta keep
that's facts and reality. Like, you ain't gonna become no track star from walking every day. At some point or another, you got to pick them legs up and start running. You're gonna have to move a little bit faster than you did the day before, and you're gonna have to push yourself a little bit harder. You're gonna have to do some shit that's uncomfortable.
You should always have momentum in life, but having momentum in life, I don't think is always going to mean you are going to become top 1%.
No, and that's
like some people,
and the women who y'all are delusional. Delulu. Top 1%. Do you even really? I don't think they even know what really comes with their lifestyle. It's probably really not desirable to you. You think
people probably don't even know what it is.
Like the money is attractive, the person is attractive, but the life that comes with it, you don't want that shit. You can't take it. You can't stomach it. You might kill yourself.
Yeah.
Or unalive yourself. But that's
we learn the words, y'all.
We learning.
We're gonna get monetized one day.
But no, there's a reality, and the reality is love doesn't pay the bills. And then on the other hand is that you want to go through this life.
So what does love do if it doesn't pay the bills?
Love is whatever it is defined as by the person. No, not
what it is. What does it do?
Oh, I guess it would be defined by the person. So for me, I'll use myself as an example. For me, love is consistent. Love is time. Love makes me feel good based on the things that you show me through your actions.
And that's all absent bills. He said love don't pay the bills.
Love does not pay the bills.
So love
is more attached for me to emotion. And emotion does not pay the bills either.
So you think love can't exist without paying the bills?
No, I think they're two separate things.
Is paying the bills a prerequisite to being in love? Are you saying like the bills are paid, then we can talk about this love shit?
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because that's not by nature who I am. But I have a brain that focuses more on logic than emotion. So for me, and I'm just speaking on me, guys, the logical part of my brain is going to say, again, and it's going to reference, because it might be some traumatic things. You're going to go back and say, hey, this person was loving that person at that time. Remember when they was so in love, but they light still got cut off? They was in that bitch cold.
So they had talk about a little bit about that, like these, because I feel like you trying to defend the the girl out there, the naive girl, the little oofy doofy bitch who don't like. She's hearing this and she's like, you know, he right. I need to stop listening to my friends about Trevor. I need to just go ahead and marry him. He ain't got to pay nothing. I'm gonna keep my little job at catering.
Don't marry Trevor. Don't marry Trevor.
Like, is that who you like? Is that like the people who you think this?
No.
Could
Yes. And I think that's why I'm very adamant about like my stance on this. Like, there are people who don't have the mental capacity to make certain decisions on their own. So they need some influence from someone. They need somebody to tell them, kind of like people who are really religious need that security. They need to feel safe. They need some guidance from somewhere. They need that. So when you got a person on here who's very influential, who has a very big name and a very big platform coming to say, you settle for this because this is good enough for you, you haven't even really reached your full potential because you don't really know what you're capable of for whatever reason. And now all of a sudden you're going to say, yeah, you're right, I should settle for that.
No, that's dangerous mindset. Full potential.
Yeah, that is dangerous.
Do you see marriage happening for you before you reach your full potential?
Yes. I feel like I'm going to be on a very steady and a very strong path to reaching my full potential. And when I am blessed with the right partner, that shit is just going to lock in.
What about for your spouse? Do you think you'll marry your spouse before he reaches his full potential?
Yeah. I think so.
But he has to reach something.
His potential, he has had to reach some level of achievement that lets me say or shows me like, oh yeah, he about his shit. Like I can use myself as an example. Like, I have typically dealt with people who, like, I knew for a fact they wasn't on my level. Like, I knew for a fact I didn't take them serious. I didn't see no future with them. They were just filling a space and void and time for whatever I was going through at that moment. And they normally don't last long.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen often. But it doesn't last long when it does happen. And it's because part of me knows, like, the dude that I really want to deal with, oh man, he not gonna play with my ass. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I want. That's why something like this is like baffling to me, because it's like, you want that dude that's gonna push you to be like, hey, now you need to get on your shit, or you need to do this. Oh, you look like you gained about 15 pounds. What's going on? You need to hit the gym.
You don't take that advice. You gotta end like 15,000
For me, that reinforcement of what I already know, or what I'm already working on, to give me that extra push. Like, hey, okay, make sure you keep that grind. I need that, but I don't think I would get that out of somebody who's okay with just paying the light bill. They might not have that push and that drive that I need for me to reach my full potential.
And honestly, I don't think most women will be happy with a guy who just pays the light bill. I don't think it's a realistic sacrifice example that he gave. But I think the overall sentiment that black women might have to start sacrificing if they want a certain ideal character, or if they just want black love, honestly, because pickings is rare out here. And
you know, a lot of these women podcasters out here are just really like, why y'all still on these black dudes?
Yeah, no, people moving on.
They are really like pushing that heavy.
Don't compare your love life to the internet, guys.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's just gonna fumble your.
Do not do that, please, because it's so many thousands of people on this internet.
Yeah, the internet
to make my head hurt a little bit. It's too much. But yeah, so y'all drop some comments. Let us know what you think. Tell us about, that further culture segment. How you feel about Tyler Perry's comment? Of course, we have our own opinions, but we want to hear what you guys have to say. So let us know what you think. Let us know if you're in one of these situations and you feel comfortable with letting us know. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
If in a situation where they man only pay like
I'm interested in hearing the perspective of someone who this dynamic actually works for.
Ladies, if you love a broke nigga, send us an email. We want to hear your story, and we want to know how broke is that nigga, and how much do you love.
It can be anonymous. We're gonna give y'all all the info.
Yeah, we ain't gonna air nobody
underneath the video. So definitely. Description box will have all the details that you need. send us an email. Let us know.
Yeah, we need some Tyler Perry testimonials.
Right. Because right now,
he said it like he's seen it all over the place. Like,
yeah.
y'all just don't know. I'm
well, maybe because if you're friends with a billionaire, she might have to date a 6-figure dude or a 7-figure dude.
Yeah, imagine being a billionaire settling for a 6-figure dude. You make what, 140? Jesus Christ.
You peasant. That's what she's thinking the whole time. You peasant. He loves
you
me.
You actually got to finance the Porsche truck? Oh, God.
I just bought 3. Yeah, get out of here. All right, so we are going to segue into another part of this For the Culture segment, which is an interesting topic. I just thought I'd throw it in there. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife or a husband?
Define a hoe.
Well, the first question is, what is a hoe versus someone who is free, liberated, or open-minded?
Fucking feminism, guys. This is Jesus Christ. This is why there's no hope. Brainwash.
What is okay? So because
why would you even think that would be a comparison? Hoe in comparison to free, and what else did you say?
Open-minded,
liberated,
sexually liberated. Because let me. The reason why I said that is you have this group of women. Were we watching like a clip the other day where the girl was like, "We support the hoes."
Yeah.
The blah blah blah.
Twitter know what it is. Y'all know.
But basically, there is this group of women that is sexually liberated. They're free. They like to explore their sexuality with different people. They like to, just live their life. They're not really thinking of it in the instance of like being tied down to the idea that they have to be with one person, or if they've had multiple partners, that it's an issue. Like they just want to be sexually free. They don't consider themselves hoes. But on the flip side, if a man were to, or someone who had certain views were to judge them based on their actions, they would label them a hoe. So they're sexually free, meaning they sleep with multiple people. They have a lot of interactions, a lot of dealings.
High body count.
Yeah, but to them, they're just sexually liberated. To the outside looking in, for those people who have different views, they're a hoe. So, do you think there's a difference?
I mean, it's just perspective, I guess. But I think if you define a hoe as I think it's the same thing, because I think if the sexually liberated people are just saying being a hoe is okay.
Okay.
Because I don't think they would. I would think they would argue that being a hoe isn't a shameful thing. Mm-hmm. Not that it's not a thing. I think these girls would still maybe even classify themselves as hoes. I think they said like we support hoes, we support this, whatever, slut-walks, all that. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's just overrated to me. Mm-hmm. Like we are in a culture that's so sexualized.
Yeah.
So sexualized. I don't care about your butt, ma'am. I don't care about your titties. They're not that impressive. They're not that interesting. and your other part down here, like that's even dangerous. That can be a goddamn cesspool. That can take you out. So,
yeah.
And then and it's so digitized and sold. Like, who would have thought that like when we were growing up, like we used to have look at Playboys and shit, like going like a little bando house and something, like somebody that snagged it from his folks, or finding a video Blockbuster left over.
Or do you remember trying to watch pay-per-view, but it was fuzzy
and all that.
It was fuzzy, so you could see what they were doing, but you couldn't really see.
Yeah, I mean, it got down bad. Like, we was watching the Girls Gone Wild commercials. But
yeah, so you're right. Yeah,
and nowadays, like, high schoolers can sell porn. Yeah. Like legal high school, 18, but they can just hop on OnlyFans and sell their own porn. They can start their own pornography entrepreneurial venture. It's such a fast boom flip 180 that being sexually liberated, I just think is just irresponsibility, and I don't know. It's just not my thing. Like I don't really judge people for being a hoe. It's just. It's kind of like heroin addicts, or like it's just like you just see them doing their thing. It's like, what? It can't be me.
All right, bud. Stay up.
Yeah. Hold it down, fam. Hold it down.
Yeah, you make some good points. I say this a lot, and one of the people that I was dealing with recently really put that shit into perspective. Like, it's like I found myself questioning, like, why are you so overtly sexual? Like, what is it?
I mean, some people are just that horny. I like legitimately, like, they can't control in their minds. Like, they are just.
So it's a mental thing. Something's not right.
Sometimes some people.
To be that sexually driven, that sex takes up that much space in your brain, something is off. But
well, that's a whole different thing. I think that's just most dudes are. That's like all they. I think it's the main drive they say for like most men's pursuit of anything. The reason anything gets built in nature in society is sex.
So I built this little house because I wanted to have sex with somebody.
Because I want to reproduce. It's the whole reason I'm building shelter. The whole reason I'm like procuring food, resources, money. It's all, especially for guys' perspective, for sex. Like they say, I forget the House of Cards quote, but like everything in the world is about sex except sex. Sex is about power, something like that.
Yeah,
that might not
that's
be
interesting. We're gonna have to find that, look that up.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's kind of sad, and it's just like it was like at a point I just wanted it to be like cut off. You know what I'm saying? Like, during my era, it was like you had the Trinas. You know what I'm saying? You had a little bit of Foxy Brown, a little Kim sprinkled in there.
What do you think about the modern hoes, like the Sexy Reds, and who else is representing whole culture these days?
They make catchy songs, but when you listen to the lyrics, you like
it's kind of catchy.
It's kind of catchy, but when you listen to the lyrics, you like, and then you listen to an interview, and she's saying shit like she done had chlamydia twice,
like a flex. Like,
the fuck. So now you have young girls, and it's no one's job to parent your children. Let me preface by saying that.
I mean, there's not even any parents to parent your children. Kids are on their own these days. It's
but
just y'all on YouTube.
Society does, we do put things out there for consumption because we're a species of consumption. Yeah. We consume things. But yeah, like this shit it's low key sad because it's like we ain't got shit else to worry about.
These sexy girls, these liberated hoes, they would call you a pick me or something like that.
They'll call me a pick me. They'll call me boring. They'll call me a whole bunch of shit. But bitch, I ain't had chlamydia twice, so I don't give a fuck what you call me, hoe. So it's sad to a degree because we also, and this is actually something that I wanted to talk about in this segment.
And before you get to that, I just want to touch on the male hoes.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, because
that's the thing too. A lot of y'all guys out there, y'all think y'all winning. Y'all think y'all goddamn. Really, bro, you just spending a lot of money for sex. Especially if you're the courting type. Now, if you're just like, just Chad, hi, whatever, blah, blah, you can go in, just get the girl, walk out, go home. You got to pay for nothing. If you really that P, then good for you, my player. But 9 times out of 10, y'all niggas ain't doing that. 9 times out of 10, y'all niggas paying her rent. 9 times out of 10, y'all goddamn getting her hair dead. Y'all go pick her up and shit in the middle of the day. Yeah. Y'all, like, you sipping for pussy. And you just, because you have so much of it, you feel like it's a flex, but it's not that valuable of a resource, I don't think. It's an expense mostly. Like having a whole bunch of pussy around you, like just women.
It is an expense.
Yeah, it's like you have
to put on, you have to make them comfortable, you have to make them want to be around you, you have to create a desirable environment.
Just satisfaction of their needs, and you're just, you're getting sex out of it, sure, but it's just like, is that all you want out of life, or is that I don't know.
You'd be surprised, some do.
Yeah, not a lot do.
It's a lot of therapy that needs to take place. There's a lot of people who y'all got some repressed issues, some trauma, PTSD, some anger. You're lashing out because you got your heart broken. It's a lot of stuff that needs to be addressed in therapy. So if you are not an advocate for it, I would definitely say it's beneficial. Stop using your friends as your therapist. They tired of hearing about your hoes, tired of hearing about your niggas. Go get you some help. There's a lot of free resources out there, okay?
Yeah, and there's a lot of y'all companies out there. If y'all want to sponsor, let us know. How we gonna say your name?
One in particular.
Yeah, nigga, come on.
I am screaming.
You know the one.
Woo! They gonna be like, "Hey, so
she set it up perfect, goddamn. We gotta put our name on there." Like, come on now. But yeah, get your therapy.
Lord.
Find your romance, guys. I mean, you know, we had to hop on this first topic, but yeah. Dating in 2023.
Yeah.
Will it be better? Have to see the sequel. Dating in 2024.
We'll see. Yeah. I think we covered a lot.
We did.
We covered a lot. Let us know what you guys think. We are definitely excited to start this journey. He kept making jokes about us being monetized, maybe, but guess what? We are going to have some stuff coming up for you guys.
Regardless.
Be on the lookout for lives. Be on the lookout for maybe some Patreon stuff. We might do some subscription based stuff. You never know. Like we're on the
Discord. You never know. We're on this journey together with you and the internet. So hey, we appreciate all y'all tuning in. Be sure to engage with us. Give us a like, comment. Let us know what y'all think. Talk shit. We here for all of it.
Yes.
And follow us on social media. I'm not on it, but we do have E on there.
Hit me up.
We go have our collaborative page, appropriate as fuck. We'll have the handles in the description.
Handles in the description. Dirty Dancing. Yes. Hit me up. And that's it. That's all we got.
Till next time, I guess.
All right, y'all. Peace.